last night out of the blue, drifting off to the evening news. She said, honey, what would you do if you'd have never met me? I just laughed, said, I don't know, I could take a couple guesses though. And then tried to dig real deep. Said, darling, honestly, I do a lot more offshore fishing, and probably eat more drive-through chicken, and take a few strokes off my golf game. If I'd have never known your name, I'd still be driving that old green Nova. I probably never would have heard of yoga. I'd be a better football fan. But if I was a single man, alone and out there on the loose, well, I'd be looking for a woman like you. Well, I could tell that got her attention, so I said, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I wouldn't trade a single day for 100 years the other way. She just smiled and rolled her eyes, 'cause she's heard all of my lines. I said, come on girl, seriously, if I hadn't been so lucky, I'd be shooting pool in my bachelor pad, and playing bass in my cover band, restocking up cold Bud Light for poker every Tuesday night. Yeah, I'd have a dirt bike in the shed, not one throw pillow on the bed. I keep my cash in a coffee can. But if I was a single man, alone and out there on the loose, well, I'd be looking for a woman like you. She knows what a mess I'd be if I didn't have her here. But to be sure, I whispered in her ear, you know I get sick deep sea fishing, and you make the best fried chicken. I got a hopeless golf game, I love the sound of your name. I might miss that old green Nova, but I love watching you do yoga. I take a gold band on my hand over being a single man, 'cause honestly I don't know what I'd do if I'd never met a woman like you.
We'd heard of the ranges of the Yellowstone Valley, where the summers are short and the grasses are high. Those swarms of mosquitoes will near drive you crazy. Stars shine like diamonds in the Yellowstone sky. We gathered our herd in the brush of South Texas. Tonight we're in view of the Dodge City lights. Buck says we're only halfway to Montana, but we're bound for country that's well worth the ride. There's a big summer range on the Yellowstone River. It's lush and it's green, and it stretches for miles. Nothing compares to the Yellowstone Valley. There's nothing as blue as a Yellowstone sky. Oh, the mornings are cooler than they were in Texas. The horses all feel good and wanting to play. And I've got one old knothead that bucks every morning. To get even with him, I'll ride him 2 days. And I never once thought I would be leaving Texas. My family's been down there since after the war. just like my daddy and his dad before him. I long to see country I ain't seen before. There's a big summer range on the Yellowstone River. It's lush and it's green, and it stretches for miles. Nothing compares to the Yellowstone Valley. There's nothing as blue as a Yellowstone sky. As we rode through Nebraska, I spotted a cabin. A young girl in calico stood by the door. A red-headed dream, she's a fairgranger's daughter. When this drive is over, I'll see her once more. Who knows, I might homestead and make her an offer. If her pa accepts me, I'll make her my wife. She might like Montana or the Yellowstone Valley. Either way, I've got plans for the rest of her life. There's a big summer range on the Yellowstone River. It's lush and it's green, and it stretches for miles. Nothing compares to the Yellowstone Valley. There's nothing as blue as a Yellowstone sky. Nothing compares to the Yellowstone Valley. There's nothing as blue as a Yellowstone sky.
Buffalo thunder, the grassland under a Yellowstone sky. The hot springs boil, the rivers flow cold, and the elk run high. Fall always comes early, and winter blows strong. Spring is wet and muddy, and summer never stays long. I'm a man of the mountain land, steel trap over my shoulder and a hawking in my hand. I'm a trapper by trade, earning wages with the blade. I'm a man of the mountain land. The timber wolves howl every sundown, and the great gray hoots. And I stay half cocked with a cap on the lock, so I'm ready to shoot. 'Cause the grizzly's on the move, and the lion's on the prowl. The Blackfeet and the crow are both trying to track me down. I'm a man of the mountain land, steel trap over my shoulder and a hawking in my hand. I'm a trapper by trade, earning wages with the blade. I'm a man of the mountain land. I'm a man of the mountain land. Steel trap over my shoulder and a hawking in my hand. I'm a trapper by trade, earning wages with the blade. I'm a man of the mountain land.
He was headed into Boston in a big long diesel truck. It was his first trip to Boston, he was having lots of luck. He was headed the wrong direction down a one-way street in town, and this is what he said when the police chased him down. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally found where to unload, he had a dreadful shock. His trailer pointed toward the road, his cab right to the dock. And as he looked around him through his tears, he made this sound. Oh, give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally got unloaded, he was glad to leave the town. He was very, very happy going back to Alabama. When up ahead he saw a sign said, "You are northward bound." Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. He was driving down the right lane when ahead he saw a sign. He had to make a left turn, but he could not get in line. The tears were streaming down his cheeks and they all heard him yell, "Give me 40 sticks of dynamite and I'll blow this thing to." Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. Yes, I need 40 acres to turn this rig around.
City folks think it's all over, that the cowboy has outlived his time. An old worn-out relic, a thing of the past. The truth is he's still in his prime. Hats off to the cowboy, he's still riding tall. He's a throwback to days on the trail. He honors his Lord and the man he works for. His saddle is never for sale. His saddle is never for sale. The cowboy's the image of freedom, the hard-riding boss of the range. His trade is a fair one, he fights for what's right, and his ethics aren't subject to change. Hats off to the cowboy, he's still riding tall, still saddles the rough string with pride. He's a shining example of the life that we love. He's showing us all how to ride. He's showing us all how to ride. tips his hat to the ladies. Let you water first at the pond. He believes
That's my ride, folks.